Hi, I'm David, and I'm a member of the Hilltoppers Club of Toastmasters. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to use EasySpeak. When you join Toastmasters, the website toastmasters.org is the primary website where you'll go to work on your pathways, to go through projects and learn how to give speeches. We have a second website called EasySpeak. And if you've been in other Toastmasters clubs, there's a similar website called Free Toast Host. So EasySpeak is similar to that. But if you haven't, that's fine. What EasySpeak is for is to help manage meetings. That's the primary purpose. We go into EasySpeak to confirm whether or not we'll be attending a future meeting and to accept roles that are assigned to us, such as timer or all counter or general evaluator. And also we use EasySpeak to request to make a speech. So those are the three primary things we do. EasySpeak can do other things as well. And as a new member of Hilltoppers, you will have received an email with your login credentials for EasySpeak. Because like I said, EasySpeak is completely separate from Toastmaster International's website. So it has a separate log on. So I'm going to screen share now. Start screen sharing. And we're just going to get this done. I'm going to come up and type in the web address, which is, I'm not sure if you need the www, but we'll do it, .easyspeak.org. And if you can see here, it's easy-speak.org. That's the website. So I go to the website and I have a password manager that logs me in automatically, but you will be using your username and password assigned to you in the email. And after you're logged in, you can always change those to something else if you'd like. If you don't have that information, you can try I forgot my password. I'm not sure if that will get you in, but otherwise just contact a club officer and we can get your credentials straightened out. So I'm going to log in right here in the top left. Logging in now. Okay, now I'm logged in. Real quickly, I'm going to go change to club member view. You don't have to worry about that. If you're a club officer, EasySpeak has more tools available. So, but this is now what it would look like to a club member. Okay, the thing to remember is this. On the bottom, onto the left, towards the bottom, you have a series of little things you can come to. It's a little annoying, but you hover over one. So if I go to this one that says next meeting, now it pulls up a little menu. So I'm going to view the meeting on May 31st. So I'm going to click on view meeting. And it will always show you the very next meeting, which is the only one you really need to generally worry about. Now, this is what the meeting screen looks like. The meeting on Monday, May 31st. We're not actually meeting this day. I just did this for this example. So here on the left, over where it says confirm attendance, there's 14 members that we have listed here, along with some inactive members and visitors. But you'll see your name, there'll be a yes, no, or question mark. So if you're not sure whether you'll attend or not, you can put a question mark. If you know you're not going to attend, just hit no, and it'll have a pop-up window where you can type in the reason. That's completely optional, but it helps sometimes to let the club know what's going on. So I'm going to say yes, I'm going to attend. So I just toggle this yes here, and you can see now it's got the little green arrow, and we have one confirmed attendance for this meeting, me. On the right-hand side of this page, you can see where it says sign up for roles. So normally the club president will have pre-assigned roles for everyone, all the different things we can do in Toastmasters, and you just confirm or deny your acceptance of the role. For this sample, I set myself up as timer. So you can see timer, David Roberts, and over here on the right, I can give a thumbs up for I accept or a thumbs down for I decline. So if you're not comfortable doing a role or you can always decline. So I'm going to accept. So I accept the timer role. And now the screen refreshes and you can see that there's a little green check mark. And normally these other roles will have other people's members' names next to them where they'll come in and accept or decline. And so now we have pretty much done everything I need to do for the next meeting. When I exit out of this, if something comes up later on and I can't come to the meeting, I can always log back on to Easy Speak and change my answer to no, or decline if I decide I can't do the timer role. Or if I have another role that I really want to do, I can contact a club officer and say, I'd like to do this role if possible. It's that simple. The only other thing I want to show you is to request a speech. That's the other main purpose of Easy Speak. If you see over here on the left again, we have my participation little window. You can come down to request a speech and click on that. And this pop-up window comes up, and where we enter our speech title, workbook, or speech, which speech we're giving from our Pathways projects, and what date we'd like to speak. So for the speech title, for this example, I'm just going to say David's awesome speech, if I can type. There's also a speech introduction. If you want the Toastmaster to give some background information on your speech, to introduce you, you can put in here what you'd like them to say, but that's completely optional, and I usually don't do it myself. So I'm going to click on the next tab, workbook/speech. And you can see it accepted my speech title. And if you don't know what your speech title is yet, you can just put TBD, to be determined, is fine. So I'm working, when I click on this next tab, workbook or speech, it lists which workbooks I have, which is the pathways that I'm on, which I'm on the dynamic leadership pathway. So I'll click on that. And when I do that, sometimes this window is a little bit small, so I can make it bigger. So this lists all of the possible speeches in the dynamic leadership pathway for all the different levels. It's in order, level 1, level 2, level 3. So for this example, let's say I need to give a speech, a level 4 speech entitled, I'm doing the project Public Relations Strategies. I will simply toggle this button right here on. And so now I've requested that speech in my pathway. And the pathway that you're actively working on should show up when you click on this. It's been loaded already for your login. So the only thing left to do is go to preferred dates. So I click on preferred dates. And if some of these future meetings are already filled up with the speaker roles, they won't be available. But in this case, we don't have any currently scheduled speeches. So I can say I want to speak on the next meeting. I can say that's my first preferred date, but say I know I'm not going to be there June 7th. So my next preferred date may be June 14th. And if I couldn't speak then, I want to speak June 21st. So I've listed my 3 preferred dates. And now don't forget, come up to the top here and click save. And that saves my request. And it says here that your VPE, that's Vice President of Education, which is me at the moment, or Toastmaster, will be notified of your speech request. So what will happen is Easy Speak will send me an email, and then I will log on to Easy Speak and assign your speech for whichever, hopefully accommodating your first requested date. And it's that simple. Now you have a speech signed up and ready to give, and we all are on the same page. Let's see. I think that's everything I want to cover. So there's lots of other tools here. You can see a history of your speeches. You can find a history of your role assignments since you've been a member. It's a pretty neat website. It's a little quirky on some things, but all these type websites are. Okay, so you can log off if you want to when you're finished. So I'll log off here, and I'm going to stop screen sharing. And now that's it. Easy Speak is an immensely useful tool for our Toastmasters Club. It helps prevent all the chaos at the beginning of a meeting, figuring out who's going to do what. So it's really a great tool to use. So I really strongly encourage you to go into Easy Speak prior to the meetings. And we meet on Mondays, so it's good to, if you go in on a Saturday or Sunday even is fine, and just let us know if you can make it or not, and if you accept the role. And also don't forget to request to do a speech. That's what Toastmasters is all about, giving speeches. Thank you, and I hope you got something out of this.